Monday Night Raw was so freaking good. What is going on, guys? Bretto back from WWE, and this is the Week in Review, episode 236, where we go over Raw and SmackDown in a WWE action figure setup style. This is a Halloween edition of Monday Night Raw. It was freaking fantastic. I'm going to talk about everything that happened right now, starting with the opening segment of the show. It was that damn Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough. Not all of the Judgment Day, but they come out, they start talking about all their accolades, their championship titles, what they've been doing over the past couple weeks. They get interrupted by Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn makes his presence felt by calling out the Judgment Day, saying he will be the ultimate demise of the Judgment Day. He will not stop until the Judgment Day falls. Very similar stuff like he used to say to the Bloodline. It looks like the Judgment Day is going to attack Sami Zayn, do a little 3-on-1 beatdown, then here comes Ricochet. Ricochet runs down, evens up the odds, and it turns into our opening match of the night, which was Ricochet versus Dominic Mysterio. Not a bad match at all. Sami Zayn didn't stay out there to back up Ricochet because they don't want to build a relationship in the story with them. So Ricochet was out there alone, going it alone. 3-on-1 technically with the Judgment Day on ringside. JD McDonough and Rhea distract Ricochet in order for Dominic Mysterio to roll up Ricochet, use the ropes, and the tights to beat Ricochet, bro. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It is starting off the show with a cheat. I still enjoyed the match, and I enjoyed the opening segment, but just all that, just to have Dominic cheat and beat Ricochet just like this was kind of annoying, but not a bad way to open up the show at all. The Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus Creed, with Ivy Nile on ringside, went up against Chad Gable, Otis, and this match was freaking banging. Probably my favorite match of the night, this tag team match. I wasn't expecting much from the Creed brothers. I've never even watched a match with them. I didn't even know they existed until this episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm not even going to lie. I don't watch NXT. This match was so freaking good. The Creed brothers are on another level of talent. Like, their chemistry together and with the Alpha Academy was so flush, and I enjoyed it so much. Brutus is such a beast. Him and Otis in the ring, that was like two tree trunks going at it. And then Chad Gable and Julius, there was so much good chemistry in this. We even had a point where Ivy Nile suplexed Akira Tozawa on the outside. In the end, we saw the cannonball maneuver that the Creed brothers do, where Otis is on the shoulders of Julius, which is insane, and then Brutus jumps off the top rope, takes out Otis with the cannonball thing, and I was like, oh my god, that was freaking insane. Heck of a match. I am so curious to see what else the Creed brothers are going to do. Do not flop the Creed brothers. For real. I love these guys. They look great, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do. Oh my gosh. Easily contenders for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. It was one of my favorite episodes of Miz TV of all time. Special guest, the Ring General, Gunther. Gunther doesn't come out on the Miz's cue. He's like, please welcome Gunther. Gunther doesn't come out. Starts disrespecting the Miz already. He sends Gio. He sends Ludwig to start insulting the Miz, and then Gunther comes out on his time. This episode of Miz TV was basically turning the Miz face. I loved this. The Gunther was just insulting the Miz. Ludwig was smashing pumpkins with the Miz's logo. They were insulting the Miz, how he doesn't do anything, even though people mess with him all the time. Miz says, I can be serious when I want to be serious. I made that title relevant. I am a 2-time world champion, 2-time Grand Slam champion, and oh my god, I loved this promo. They embarrassed the Miz. They took him out. Gunther chopped him. They didn't leave him in a bloody pulp in the ring, but they just embarrassed him. They embarrassed the Miz, and it was just amazing. Miz could be the guy to dethrone Gunther for that Intercontinental Championship. He really could be. And man, Miz goes up to Pierce. He wants a match for the IC title, and I guarantee Miz is going to get it. He's in a Fatal 4-Way next week to determine who's going to be the number one contender, and my goodness, this was so good. Right after this, by the way, loved this Miz TV episode. Right after this, Ciampa and Gargano come out while Miz is still walking up the apron. I'm like, what the heck? Are they going to help the Miz, or what's going on? I'm like, oh yeah, they have a tag team match with Gio and Ludwig. I'm like, okay. So it jumped right into DIY in their re-debut match here on Raw up against Ludwig and Giovanni Vinci. This tag team match was pretty decent. I did enjoy it. DIY looking great as usual. My goodness, these guys have great chemistry in the ring. They were able to take care of Ludwig and Gio with the meat in the middle, of course, on Giovanni Vinci. Giovanni Vinci always gets pinned. Ludwig, he never gets pinned, for real. So Giovanni Vinci takes the pinfall. DIY looks great. And another tag team. Another great tag team. They are building the tag team roster here on Raw. Literally. Wow. This was weird. Xia Li went one-on-one with Candice LeRae, of course, because the last week Xia Li attacked Candice LeRae backstage. Once again, this match was just weird. In the end, Xia Li had a big kick. She had a really big kick to the side of the head of the Candice LeRae, and then Candice LeRae falls, and I didn't really think anything of it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. And then the referee calls for the bell. Candice LeRae was knocked out. She could not defend herself anymore. Xia Li wins by knockout. I'm like, what the heck? They're making Xia Li look really strong unless this wasn't planned, which I would almost 100% positive say it was planned. Because, yeah, they kept it all televised and everything like that. Xia Li knocks out Candice LeRae, takes the dub, and wow, Xia Li looks freaking strong here, for real. Even though Candice LeRae's not the biggest opponent, but still, Xia Li looks really strong. Seth Rollins called out Drew McIntyre because of the promo video that they showed on Raw. They showed how Drew McIntyre has been sad about how COVID kind of ruined his championship win, how his WWE title got taken away, he lost his opportunities because of the bloodline, and then Seth Rollins responds with an actual promo in the ring and says to Drew, "Get over it, you freaking baby." A lot of people had it way worse, which that is 100% true. And Drew just needs to get over it. He needs to get over it. And my goodness, I've loved this story. For real. This Seth Drew story ultimately going to culminate at Crown Jewel, which I'm so excited for. It's happening today. And my goodness, this was great. JD McDonough attacks Seth Rollins after his promo, and I'm like, what the heck? It led to a match. JD McDonough versus Seth frickin' Rollins. Damian Priest comes out mid-match looking to help JD McDonough, of course, creating that little relationship with JD, because JD's been helping Damian so many times, even though he stumbles sometimes helping Damian, but he helps him a lot. So Damian Priest comes out to help out JD McDonough. It doesn't really work out. Seth Rollins hits the pedigree, hits the stomp, beats JD McDonough, and then confronts Damian Priest on the outside of the ring with the World Championship and says, "Try me. You're going to waste that briefcase if you try cashing in on me. It ain't going to work." Will Damian Priest cash in at Crown Jewel? I think this was the seed plant he could possibly try to cash in. Or even if he doesn't, I guarantee he comes out after the match between Drew and Seth just to, plant even more seeds. Like, Seth, I am here to take your title. This was pretty good. Natalya went one-on-one with Chelsea Green in a Halloween trick-or street fight. This match was pretty funny. Candice LeRae was dressed as Bret Hart, and then Piper Niven was dressed as Jim the Anvil Neidhart. They were coming out to Bret Hart's theme song. Natalya was dressed as like some Playboy bunny, which was kind of odd. But yeah, they had a crazy match. Chelsea Green even got slammed on candy corn in the ring. Nikki Cross's head popped up under a pumpkin by the table, and she looked freaking dead. I was like, what the heck? This was just a wacky match. In the end, even more wacky, Chelsea Green wins. Chelsea Green wins this match over Natalya. And I'm like, what? She hit her with the unprettier and she won. I was like, what on earth? I was not expecting this. I thought for sure the face was going to take the dub, Natalya, but she didn't. Or should I say Bret Hart wins the match. They played Bret Hart's theme song too, which was freaking hilarious. This match was pretty decent though. I enjoyed it pleasantly. It was our main event of the show with Sami Zayn going one-on-one with Damian Priest. Once again, I really enjoyed this match up until the end where the Judgment Day tried to get involved, tried to make Sami Zayn lose. Jey Uso came out to even up the odds. Didn't really work out because it turned into a disqualification when Jey Uso hit the super kick on Damian Priest. It was intentional too. Jey's just like, screw this match. I know they're going to try to cheat, so he had to take the L for Sami Zayn just to hit that super kick on Priest. But then the Judgment Day starts beating up both of them. Then Cody Rhodes comes out to even up the odds, and no, Cody Rhodes did not hit a crossroads on the announce table to Damian Priest. He actually hit the crossroads on the announce table to JD McDonough. Two freaking times, because this crowd chanted one more time and it was improvised. Cody Rhodes like, you know what, I'll just do another one. And JD McDonough, my God, he is such a beast when it comes to selling. Literally, JD McDonough is literally a king when it comes to selling. He sold this Halula kick here and sold 2 crossroads in a row on the announce desk. And after this, Cody Rhodes cuts a perfect promo on Damian Priest. After all this excitement, he still cuts a perfect promo on Priest, telling him that he's going to beat him at the Crown Jewel. I'm like, oh my God, he's that guy. Cody is that guy. For real. This was such an amazing episode of Monday Night Raw. I don't know if I'm overreacting. You guys can let me know if I am down in the comment section down below. Leave me a ranking down in the comments down below for Monday Night Raw. In the end, I'm going to give Raw 4 out of 5. I enjoyed this show pleasantly. I really, really did. The Halloween, the Halloween theme to it as well really helped. It was just an awesome vibe. This show was great, dude. It was a great show, man. SmackDown was so mid, bro. After coming off of such a good Monday Night Raw, this SmackDown did not hit. But you gotta remember, this is a pre-filmed episode of SmackDown because, of course, they're going to be in Saudi Arabia today. So this was filmed after last week's episode of SmackDown. So last week's crowd got 2 SmackDowns, and you could definitely definitely understand why the crowd was a little dead than normal. But anyways, we're going to talk about SmackDown. We opened up the show with Roman Reigns and LA Knight. Yeah, both of these men went face to face in the beginning of the show. This was a great promo from both men. Roman Reigns talking about he's been making WWE relevant for the past 3 years. LA Knight saying he's the fastest rising star. Very basic promo, but good build up to their match that's going to be happening at Saudi. But once again, it's just so sad because LA Knight's not going to beat Roman. Like, literally, I'd bet my YouTube channel on this that LA Knight would not beat Roman Reigns. I guarantee it, man. It's just really sad because I guarantee this is going to put him at the back of the line, and it's just not right. But as far as this promo here for SmackDown, I did enjoy it. Got me a little more excited for the match at Crown Jewel. Kevin Owens went one-on-one with Austin Theory because, of course, last week, Kevin Owens sucker punched Austin Theory and Grayson Waller backstage. Grayson Waller was on ringside. He was on commentary. As far as the match between Theory and Owens, this was a solid freaking match. Definitely match of the night. I enjoyed it. In the end, we did see Kevin Owens deliver a pop-up powerbomb as well as a stunner to beat Austin Theory. Grayson Waller comforted Austin Theory after the match. I thought Grayson Waller was going to come in for a beatdown on Kevin Owens, but he did not, and it sort of just ended off there. Very basic stuff on this episode of SmackDown, for real. Nothing too crazy happened. It was a tag team match, and Shotzi had to find a tag team partner. She found Charlotte to go up against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, the current women's tag team champions. This match was just okay. Charlotte was taking care of business most of the time. Charlotte hit a big boot to Chelsea Green in the end to pick up the victory, and it kind of made the women's tag team champions look kind of bad. Coming off of their win off of Monday Night Raw in that Halloween trick-or-street fight against Natalya, this sort of made them look a little weak. But as far as the match, it was just okay. John Cena went face-to-face with Solo Sikoa, and I love this storyline, bro. I really don't want this one to end. Seriously, this is a great storyline. It's been great. John Cena changed his voice because he got hit with the spike last week on SmackDown, so he changed his voice. He made it sound a little more raspier than normal because that's the whole storyline. Solo's going to take away the voice so they can't talk to the WWE Universe anymore. Solo wanted him, per orders of the Tribal Chief, to say bye to the WWE Universe because he's not going to be able to talk to them anymore, and Cena wrecked him. Cena wrecked him in 90 seconds on the microphone, literally tearing him apart, calling him a knockoff Taz. I was like, bro, what? I would have at least called him a knockoff Umaga, but hey, this was solid, bro. Really enjoyed this segment between John Cena and Solo Sikoa. I'm looking forward to their match at the Crown Jewel. Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne had a Donnybrook match going up against Pretty Deadly. This match was pretty decent. I did enjoy it. There was some cool glass being used, like some candy glass throughout the match. Insane kickouts in this match, too. Ridge Holland once went through a bunch of barrels. Butch was jumping off the top rope. In the end, we did see Pretty Deadly pick up the freaking victory by pinning Butch with a double team maneuver through a table. That's pretty cool. I mean, I wanted to see the Brawling Brutes take the dub, but I mean, hey, Pretty Deadly on top, I guess. I'm not the biggest fan of them personally, but hey, they took the dub. Solid match. I can get with it, I guess. Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio had a weigh-in, which I thought was super odd. I believe Rey weighed in at like 174 or something, and Logan Paul was like 215, so obviously the card is stacked against Rey Mysterio here, but it's still going to be a great match at the Crown Jewel. This weigh-in ended in an all-out brawl after Logan Paul started tapping the head of Rey Mysterio and saying, "Yeah, you're more short than I thought up close." Interesting. This was actually pretty cool. It kind of felt a little real at points. Rey Mysterio used the microphone to hit him over the head. He slapped him across the face. It ended in a brawl, and Logan Paul accidentally freaking knocked out a security guard, which was pretty cool. This was not bad, I guess. This was pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. And our main event of the show is Bianca Belair going up against Bayley one-on-one. Of course, Bianca trying to take out one member of Damage Control since she doesn't have to worry about them on ringside at Crown Jewel up against her matchup against Io Sky, and she did just that. She took out Bayley, hit her with the KOD, 1, 2, 3, wins the match, and then after the match, she wanted to send a statement to Damage Control, and Io Sky sends Bayley through the announce table with the KOD. I'm like, holy cow, Bianca Belair is not messing around anymore. She means business. She wants that title. She's going to beat Io Sky at the Crown Jewel, maybe. Check out the prediction video if you guys are interested in what I think there. But as far as this main event, it was okay. As far as this main event, wasn't bad. Not my favorite match of the night, but it still was pretty decent. But yes, that was SmackDown in a nutshell. Not my favorite episode of SmackDown, obviously, because it was pre-filmed, bro. It just felt so edited, and just the crowd wasn't there, and just, it was like, I don't know, man. I just wasn't a fan of this episode of SmackDown. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. Thought it was a really weak show. Week go-home show to Crown Jewel, no doubt about that. Tune for the Crown Jewel review video dropping very, very soon after the show, and I will see you guys next time. This is Bretto Live, signing out.